Hi, hello. My name is Speedy, and thank you for stopping by on this video. I'll be letting Pinterest decide what I draw. Here's how the challenge works. So on Pinterest, you search up a few references, like a person, an object, an animal, stuff like that. And then you draw whatever shows up first in the search results. After that, you combine it all together into one illustration. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. This challenge has been pretty popular on social media, and I wanted to try it for myself. I've actually done this challenge before, but the first time I did it, I was feeling pretty lazy, so I just drew a sketch and called it a day. But this time, I'll be doing a full illustration. And for this spread, I'm gonna be using Ohuhu's Kahuku marker set. Ohuhu kindly sent me one of their newest products, which is the Kahuku acrylic markers. The markers I have here come in 120 colors, but it also comes in a 72 and 48 color set. And before we get into drawing, let's swatch these markers. While swatching the markers, I noticed that the dark colors could get a full coverage pretty easily, while the lighter colors needed a few more coats to get a full coverage. Overall, the markers are awesome. It's got a great selection of colors, and they're also pretty and vibrant. If you want to get these markers, or any other of Ohuhu's products, you can use the link in my description. Use my code FEEDY10 to get 10% off on all Ohuhu products for the next 6 months. After swatching the markers, I doodled a little on the back of my sketchbook. To be honest, I am not good at using acrylic markers. I've always avoided using it because I was more used to coloring with colored pencils and alcohol markers. I've never really been comfortable with using acrylic markers, but hey, this is the chance to get out of my comfort zone. Oh, and another thing, the kind people at Ohuhu gave me an unexpected gift. They gave me this beautiful bamboo organizer. This has actually been in my wish list for a while now, and I feel like such a happy kid. Thank you to the wonderful team at Ohuhu for giving me this. Anyway, yeah, back to drawing. Doodling on the back of my sketchbook was a great way to get a feel of the markers. I love just doodling with no pressure of making it look good. And I think it looks pretty cute. Like I said before, this is my second time doing the letting Pinterest decide what I draw challenge. Usually, artists search up a pose, hairstyle, some clothes, and so on and so forth, and then combine all of it together. And that's what I did the first time I did this challenge. But there's actually another way that artists do this challenge. Artists search up references and combine all of them together into one illustration, like a collage of some sort. And that's what I'm going to be doing this time. I actually think that this challenge is pretty helpful if you're indecisive like me, because instead of scrolling on Pinterest for hours and hours trying to find the perfect reference, you just let Pinterest decide for you. So starting off, I decided to color the deer. I've never drawn a deer before. In fact, I haven't really drawn animals that much. I just thought, oh, I should add an animal to make this spread more interesting. And then I got a deer. Suffice to say that I was afraid I'd mess it up. That's why I decided to do it first to get it over with. I was looking at deer references for longer than I should have because I wanted to get all the features of this deer right. I was really worried, but I actually had fun. In the past, the animals I drew were borderline in the uncanny valley. But drawing this deer was actually a lot easier than I thought. This made me feel so much better about my art skills. In my reference, the deer is shrouded in foliage with the flowers and the bushes. Now, even though I'm only supposed to be drawing the animal, I decided to also draw the greenery. And it was the best decision I ever made. Since the deer was kind of surrounded by nature, it made the spread more cohesive. So, good job past me. As you can see, this pencil has been used up. I've been using this colored pencil. I've been using this colored pencil for a lot of my illustrations, okay? I will be finding another color to use, but I'm going to be using up this pencil before I do. That's usually how I am with art supplies. Once I find something I like, I just stick to it for as long as possible. This colored pencil is my favorite color to use for line art, so I don't know if I'll find another one that can live up to it. The colored pencils I use for my drawings are the brand Brute Funer, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't actually know if these pencils are a legit brand or just a dupe. But hey, they work well, so I'm not looking much into it. I think it's been about 3 years since I bought these pencils from an online shop, but I'm just waiting to use them all up before I buy new colored pencils. I don't know how in all those years I haven't used any of those art supplies yet. Maybe it's because of my inconsistent drawing habits. I've never really been consistent with drawing, so I always just created art when I felt like it. That probably explains why my upload schedule is so all over the place. This pancake reference has actually been in my saved pins for a while now, so I'm so glad that it was the first thing that popped up in the search results for food. I have a problem with saving a bunch of references, but never actually drawing them. I've got thousands of images that would be so fun to draw, but instead, they just get saved to my board and left to gather dust. I do actually want to draw the images I've saved someday. It just might take a while. Also, side tangent, but how do other people do voiceovers? I know that some people just freestyle it and talk about whatever comes to mind, but I can't do that. For me, I need to write a script beforehand. This whole voiceover was scripted from start to finish. I need to keep my thoughts organized, or else I'll just ramble or stumble over my words. Once I tried doing a voiceover without a script, but I just couldn't do it. My brain knows what I want to say, but I can't express it how I want to when I talk. I think I just need to practice talking to myself more. Even though I might sound crazy just talking to myself, I think it'll be good practice. I feel like I need to treat voiceovers as more like a fun little yap session with friends instead of being overly conscious about my words, so that I can be more comfortable with voiceovers. I was pretty nervous of messing this whole sketchbook spread up, since this is kind of the first time I've done an art challenge. I don't usually do art challenges. It was always a thing I wanted to do, but I just kept pushing it off until I deemed myself a better artist. I felt like I wasn't good enough of an artist, so I just kept holding off fun challenges and art ideas I wanted to do. But then I realized that was so dumb. How can I grow as an artist if I just kept holding myself back? I think that even if it's not the best art I make, being creative is all that matters. Since I think that's what art is all about. Anyway, yeah, just had that sudden realization. Going into this challenge, I was really afraid of messing up and failing on camera. But I actually had the best time doing this spread. I got to get out of my comfort zone, which I rarely do. I've always underestimated my art skills. I always thought, oh, I can't draw that, it's way above my abilities. But because of this challenge, I was able to draw what I thought I couldn't draw. And yeah, now we're done. This is the final spread. I had a lot more fun than I thought, and I definitely want to try more challenges like this in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye!